Yo,
on our
every
account.
Wednesday night, you better tune in tight at 7 p.m. CST. We bring in that insight. Halas Hall Report, best podcast in the game. Stats and facts, you'll remember the name. Host Ken Dub got the knowledge on lock. Co-host Woody the Bear fan, talking all that talk. 3 Bear fans chilling, opinions on the side. We're here for the love, riding that Bear pride. Halas Hall, we break it down right. Join us on the journey from day to night. Blue and orange army taking over the scene. 2025's the year, know what we mean. Bear fans unite, it's our time to rise. Sunday mornings, pre-game vibes in the skies. Lions think they're fierce with Dan Campbell's call, but all that greed ain't gonna help them at all. Same old story, we know how it goes. They just can't compete, everybody knows. Minnesota Vikings always talking smack, but when it's game day, they ain't got the knack. Sitting on the couch while we're making a stand. Over here in Chi-Town, we're the best in the land. Halas Hall, we break it down right. Join us on the journey from day to night. Blue and orange army taking over the scene. 2025's the year, know what we mean. Bear fans unite, it's our time to rise. Sunday mornings, pre-game vibes in the sky. Packer fans yell blow pack blow, but can't see the truth. We're stealing the show. Rivalry heated, but we stay real cool. Halas Hall Report, yeah, that's the rule. With every episode, we build that hype. Stats and team news, we got the right type. Fan base strong, we ain't looking back. 2025, it's a win and attack. So gather round fans, put your hands in the air. Every Wednesday night, we're breathing that bear. Join the revolution, watch the magic unfold. Halas Hall Report, we're breaking the mold. Halas Hall, we break it down right. Join us on the journey from day to night. Blue and orange army taking over the scene. 2025's the year, know what we mean. Bear fans unite, it's our time to rise. Sunday mornings, pre-game vibes in the sky. So mark your calendars, don't miss a beat. Every Wednesday night, Halas Hall can't be beat. Stats, facts, team news on deck. Halas Hall Report, what did you expect? 2025, the Bears are here to stay. Blue and orange in the north, leading the way.
Good morning. It's game day. It's Halas Hall. It's 2 guys with no opinion and a producer extraordinaire. Good morning, Woody.
Good afternoon to the myth, the legend, and to the retired.
Good morning, fellas. I'd like to apologize. We're still having issues on the Huddle Network. We always have an issue for something, for some kind of streaming. So I did edit it to send it somewhere else. So
I saw. Hello, knee biting guys, and they'll be in here, I'm sure. Oh,
Broski,
What's going on, gentlemen?
Broski.
How you guys doing?
morning, sir.
Well, it's Sunday. It's football day.
So we got some weather today, or what for the game? I haven't seen any shots of Soldier Field, but
I seen the tailgate. It's a little snow droppage.
yeah.
Yep.
Well, let's see how that affects the game. I mean, both these teams are like, I think, top 5 in points allowed this year on defense. So, there should be points scored, but who knows what happens if there's that weather going on.
Yeah, obviously it's going to be a rushing day, so it's going to be, Swift Monangai probably versus Tracy Jr. and Jackson Dart.
I thought Swift was out this week.
No, he's playing.
Oh, he's playing? Damn.
Yep.
Why don't you just hold him out? Don't get in Kyle's way.
No, I think that's a good thing, though, because, look, Ben likes a 2-headed monster, right? So you put them both back there, it's like, who's getting the ball? I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Well, not just that. We're going up to the second worst defensive rushing in the league. They give up 150 yards per game.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which, of course, last week, Monangai just tore it up last week. In fact, I'll throw it up one more time just because it feels good to see that out of the young rook.
And I said at the beginning of the show that he's going to get 60 yards and a touchdown. Well, he cleared that.
I think
And then
he
you got
cleared that, Woody.
and
Yeah,
you got
were-
Britton Brown. Then you got Britton Brown scoring a touchdown as well.
Who
That
actually
was,
looks like he has something to offer. Like Britton Brown seems like he could be like a number 3 running back.
Yep.
Well, you want me to get,
Anyway,
Woody, you want me to get into the injury report real quick, and then we'll dive in?
Please do. We know TJ Edwards is
Alrighty,
not playing
it is
today.
long for both teams. I will get into the Giants first, and I'll cover the Bears. Here are the guys who we know are out for them: Paulson Abdo, cornerback; Bo Collins, wide receiver; Jermaine Elmore, guard. Oh no, he's questionable. It's Victor Demukje, linebacker. He's out. Graham Gano, their kicker, is out. Chauncey Golston, defensive end, out. Darius Mossa, linebacker, out. Jason Michael Schmitz, their center, out. I already gave you the one questionable. The other questionable is Javon Holland, who is what's SAF?
Shit out of luck.
Yeah, I guess. Other guys who were on the injury report that had full practice at the end were Thomas Fidone, tight end, Cordell Flott, he's on concussion protocol, Neville Hewitt, Theo Johnson, Raheem Nunez Roches, Andrew Phillips, Daniel Bellinger, Dane Belton, Andrew Thomas, but that was rest, and Demetrius Flanagan fouls. Those are the injury report for the New York Giants. For the Bears, it's a lot simpler out list. Out today, Josh Blackwell, TJ Edwards, Dominique Robinson, and Jahadi Walker still on concussion protocol. Questionable, but we already know is playing, DeAndre Swift. Durham Smith is questionable with the calf. He had limited practice on Friday. Guys who had full practices on Friday but still listed on the injury report: Luther Burn III, Kevin Byard, Grady Jarrett, Roshan Johnson, Cole Kmet, Kyle Monangai, DJ Moore, Roma Dunze, Joe Tooney, but that was rest. I don't know why they put him on there for the whole week. And then Aman Agbangagbog, I can't say his last name, linebacker, up and down, but he was activated off the IR.
I think you said it correctly.
Dude, I know some of these dudes and their names.
So Burden cleared concussion protocol, correct?
Who?
Burden.
No, he did not. Oh, he did. Yeah, Luther Burden did clear. Yeah, he had full practice all week.
All right.
Well, I mean, I don't know if that was an injury list or an attendance list, but either way, I think it's a player we've all been looking forward to seeing what he can do. And we've been looking forward to it for a long time is Austin Booker. Seems like he's going to get his chance today.
He is getting the start today. And then the guy our acquisition, our loan acquisition at the trade deadline will be backing him up. Also, we get Gardner Johnson full time in the nickel again this week, but now with a full week of practice versus just 2 or 3 days. So I wonder what kind of difference he makes this week versus last week.
Yeah.
Well, we see who's going to win the rushing title this year, because Jonathan Taylor just broke off like an 82-yard touchdown run.
Oh, did he?
Jeez.
Yep. Unbelievable.
What's
and
the
guess
score
who
of that
led the
game
way,
right now?
Broski? Guess who led the way for blocking?
Mr. Tyler Warren?
Yeah, absolutely.
The fucking monster.
What's the score in that game, Woody?
It's 22-17. They'll probably go for 2 right now. Yep, they're going for 2. Stand by.
I hate isn't today Germany?
Yeah. Somewhere.
Yeah, they're in Munich today.
All right. So they missed that's 22-17. They missed their 2-point. 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Man, Falcons making a game of it.
Didn't I say that Friday? I said Atlanta's going to make this a game. I picked Indianapolis, but it's going to be tight. Which I say about today's game, the Bears-Giants game.
Yeah, we'll get into score predictions in a little bit, and I'm sure Mike's got the prediction posts up on the Facebook pages. So we got a lot of guys coming off injury. Let me see. This is game 3 without Kyler Gordon, so he's going to miss one more game, then he'll be back.
Yeah, are they going to Are they gonna like sub in between him and CJ?
Yeah,
when
I
he
think
comes
so.
back?
I think that'd be
Yeah.
smart. I think it'd be smart for them to rotate those guys through just so you don't risk injury again. Dio is still showing on the depth chart, even though he's on the IR. The Bears do a really bad job at updating their depth chart online.
Yeah, to me, it's our lads are bust.
Yeah,
I was
so
thinking too. I was thinking too that they might keep CJ in here because of his gameplay, and either Nashawn Wright, or something. Because I don't see him being on the bench while Gordon's out in the field, like them subbing in back and forth.
I think you might see it initially when Gordon first comes back. I think that would make sense in terms of so he doesn't re-injure himself real quick.
Right.
Yeah, and I think Ken made a good point earlier this week. Like, he's really a nickel back, like that's his best position now. He's more of a nickel / safety than a nickel / corner. So
and
seems like he really
ESPN
excels
actually
there.
on the depth chart. ESPN has him listed as the nickel on the depth chart. So that says a lot right there. I mean, we called it before they did it, but let me see. Austin Booker starting. Who was the guy that we traded for? What's his freaking name? He's not even
Shimmy Shaka Poopy.
Yeah.
From Cleveland.
But Austin's on the we got a lot of guys. Terrell Smith on the IR, Shamar Turner on the IR, Dio's on the IR. Gordon's on the IR, but he's coming back. Blackwell's out today. We've got a lot of guys injured. TJ Edwards is out today, which means we're going to see a man play, or we'll see a fair amount of Sewell.
Yeah, we'll see a lot of Sewell today.
How do you guys feel about Sewell this season?
I think there was a question about him drafting and his injuries, stuff like that. But him and Booker during preseason, Sewell during in the beginning of the season when TJ was out, he proved me wrong. Definitely, he proved a lot of Bears fans wrong. Absolutely.
Joe Tyron
Shikamoni.
Yeah, that's a guy and they got him. Actually, I found him. They got him behind Montez. But I thought that they were saying he was going to back up Booker today, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, honestly, he's probably backing up both because I don't know if they have a fourth defensive end on the roster right now.
No, it's just 3.
Yeah.
Well, let me relook it. You've got Montez, Joe, Daniel Hardy is listed as a.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, they have Hardy,
and then of course you've got Booker, and that's it. So they got 4.
Well, we can't put Hardy on the hands team on an onside kick.
The safeties, man. Here's an interesting thing: Brisker, Byard, Hicks, Owens, all 4, all without a contract next year. All have been healthy all this season, and that unit's actually been playing pretty good.
I don't know if they had to go, I'd say Owens would out of those 3.
Owens is cheap, so they'll keep him on the roster. Byard, I think they'll re-sign all of them actually.
Yeah,
for the most part.
I mean, between Byard and Edmonds, man, that's probably half our interceptions.
Yeah. Well, so today, we're talking about the defense a lot early. They have been, ironically, our weak point, and the offense has been the strong point. How ironic is that for this team?
Yeah, you're not kidding.
4th in offense and putting up points and yards. Holy crap.
The last time we saw this, gentlemen, was during the Jay Cutler era. And that was the season Adam Gase was the OC for the one season he was here before he took the head coaching job in Miami. And we were, 2 on offense and dead last in defense almost. But the difference there is we lost a lot of games. This Bears team, is winning more than losing. What do you think happens with the defense today? And before I throw the question out there, I'll predicate by saying, look, I get it. The defense looks completely different with Gordon in it. It did for those 2 games, completely different. What do you think the addition of Gardner Johnson now with a full week of practice does? Do we get closer to Byard level or to Gordon levels today, or are we still that anyone can throw in this kind of offense?
We're going to have CJ spy Jackson Dart a lot this game. It's going to, with the snow on the ground, he does turn the ball over, but his rushing yards is coming on. So CJ, he's going to be our spy and leave the linebackers alone. See, it's going to be CJ is going to be our I can say our stud of the game so far. But that's what I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's it's one of those things. Like the Bears really have been struggling to stop the other team's offense without, if they're not creating a turnover, it's almost like they aren't stopping the drive recently. So hopefully that improves today. This weather is going to throw a little curveball into things as well. But really, like I said earlier, this is a game where Austin Booker can make a name for himself and just solidify his spot as a starter and hopefully help that overall defense improve and get this Giants offense off the field 3 and out in some series, so we don't have to rely on a turnover to stop them every freaking drive.
I mean, they've gotten the occasional out, but you're right, and it's funny how the difference one player can make. Because you guys, I mean,
yeah.
When Kyler Gordon's in, that defense actually gets stops. Like the pressure goes up on the quarterback. The sack numbers go up. The turnovers go up. I hope Gardner Johnson, and then we got Asante Samuel. Isn't he coming in Monday? Because he didn't sign yet, did he?
I don't think he's signed anywhere yet. Yeah,
no, because he has to visit the Vikings, San Francisco, and there's another team as well. I just want to prove these Bears haters, other fan bases, that Bears can win without forcing a turnover. I know turnovers are a key part of the game. That's what they're there for the defense. But it seems like when we don't get turnovers, we lose games. So I want to see us winning a game without a turnover, but the turnovers are nice to see, obviously.
Yeah. You still want to see them get some turnovers, but drives other than that, you want to see some. Let's put it this way. Let's see some 3 and outs this week. How about that? Let's see a handful of 3 and outs instead of a handful of turnovers. Let's get 1 or 2 turnovers and a bunch of 3 and outs.
Yep,
that'd be nice. I agree.
I mean, look at it. I don't care if we have if we get 4 turnovers and. I mean, I always rather have the turnover, put it that way, because that means we have the ball.
Yeah.
So there's that piece of it. I'm trying to look and see if there's any news on Asante. He went to the Packers already. He went to the Vikings. I'm not seeing where he signed a contract yet.
Yeah, he's going to the Panthers also for a visit, supposedly.
Yep. That's the other team I was talking about.
Yeah, I mean, look at they're in the playoff hunt. The Panthers are. Imagine
they
that.
sure are.
So, yeah, there's nothing going there.
Was that Algier who just ripped off that run?
Yeah, so Atlanta's driving, 2-minute warning. They're in the red zone.
What a game.
Yep.
Where is this? Is this London or is this somewhere else?
I think Germany.
No, they're in Munich today.
They're in Munich, okay.
Yeah, they're in Munich. So who knows? Maybe we sign Asante Samuel at the corner position, which it almost has that feel of what Washington did last year, right? They get a bunch of wily old vets that people think, well, these guys might be past their day, and look what they did. And here are the Bears this year signing a bunch of wily old vets that people are like, well, not saying we're trying to catch that magic that DC had, but it sounds like we're trying to catch that magic DC had defensively.
Yeah, no, I hear you with that. I do think the Bears do have a better foundation than what the Skins have on both sides of the ball, actually. So, yeah, I mean, the Bears, a lot of with the Bears too is let's get some of these guys healthy, so. you really have to balance who you want to really bring in and commit to, and then you have to also consider like looking forward to next year and the year after, like how much you really want to lock into some of these older guys you're bringing in just as a supposed like upgrade for this season too.
Down to the 1 yard line. First and goal, or second and goal.
I think offensively the Bears don't. Well, I mean, we're going to probably draft the O-line at some point. I think this year's draft, it's weird because here we've been screaming draft offense, draft offense. This year we're going to be screaming draft defense, especially defensive end.
Defensive end, and they need a like, all right, like Tremaine Edmonds, 4 interceptions this year. That's great. I still think they need to get like their stud middle linebacker or stud linebacker of the future. TJ Edwards, love the guy. He's not getting any younger though. Injuries this year as well. I wouldn't mind them getting a defensive end. Definitely, to me, that's like number one priority. The stud middle linebacker, and then me, Ken, I've been saying it. Like I want to see them draft like a big defensive tackle, and you probably don't even have to do that like with one of the early picks. You can get one of those with a day 3 pick or a day 2 pick. Like, but I want someone with girth out there. You know what I mean? Like I want a big, huge Mountain D tackle.
Wow. I'm like Grady Jarrett. When we signed him, we were like, okay, this is good, but where's he been? He's playing next to Montez, and for the most part on that side, and you haven't seen much out of. Like, how often do you hear Jarrett's name this year?
Yeah, no, I hear that, and part of the problem is like he's older, so he's not as quick and agile as he used to be, and he's not even 300 pounds. He's a 290-pound defensive tackle, which once you lose your step and your burst and your quickness, like damn, like if that's what you've been relying on, you're going to get ragdolled out there sometimes.
Like if you want to talk about sack leaders for the Bears right now, you know who the Bears sack leader is right now?
It's probably Montez with like 4, right?
No, it's Gervin Dexter Sr.
Yep.
Okay, what's he at, 5?
Something like that, yeah.
4
or 5. Oh no, he's at 3.5. He's at 3.5. Maybe he's not the sack leader. Maybe let me see if Montez took it over. Hold on. He's at 3.5. Montez is
25,
at 4.
25.
So, yeah,
22
Montez has him now by a half a sack.
Yeah,
those are your sack leaders right there between the two of them. Dexter's been getting it done in the middle. He needs a line mate who's getting it done with him.
exactly.
So I don't know what do you guys think of it, but today Giants, they come in without their number 1 receiver, they come in without their number 1 running back, they come in with their rookie quarterback who has been playing really well in Dart. He hasn't been as good on the road as he has at home. What do you guys think the defense does today?
I know Angel just said that we're gonna have a good rush defense today. Like I said before, Jackson Dart is a very mobile quarterback. Seen it in every game, but he doesn't do good on the road. I mean, the best road game he had was against actually Denver, and we know what happened there. CJ is the spotter today. He's got to get in there, and I mean, Tracy Jr. is not a bad running back, but with the conditions on the field, it's going to be a running game probably. But CJ is going to have to be the man today.
Yeah, and you know what else? Like, I want to see Dennis Allen. Like, okay, you're going against a rookie quarterback today, so you're known for like doing all these crazy schemes on defense and blitzing and stuff. You know what? Do that today. That's all I'm saying. Make sure you do that today. Let's give this kid some different looks. Let's try to confuse him a little bit, and let's bring the heat with this kid.
Yep.
When it comes to Dennis Allen, I kind of agree with you that have we not seen a Dennis Allen defense yet for the most part this season?
No, especially not last week.
I mean, the fact they're creating all these turnovers and they can make big plays on defense, but like we were talking about earlier, the D line needs work still. Like we still need to find another D tackle and a D end. I feel. Hopefully Booker. I'm telling you right now, he has such an opportunity today.
Yeah.
Hopefully he shows us something. But yeah, I think it goes back to the old adage, for football, it starts in the trenches. So if you're not putting it together in the trenches, it's you got your cornerbacks banged up. It's not to make excuses, but it does make it more challenging.
And thank you, Miles and Michael. If you're Ditka, please channel your inner Mike Ditka for the Bears defense today, because I agree, Broski. I mean, I think a part of it, though, Dennis Allen hasn't unleashed it because of personnel. But at some point, dude, you kind of stop making the excuse for that. Well, I don't have my personnel. Just run it and see if these guys step up. Now you've got Gardner Johnson there. So go back to the defense you were calling when we had Spidey in there, right? And see if Gardner Johnson can do it. And if he can, cool, because that defense for those 2 games looked completely different in every aspect. Play call, scheme, stunts, all of it looked different. And then he goes out and you don't see the stunts, the pass rush looks different, the coverages look different. We do a lot of zone, which we weren't doing. And it's just I think Dennis Allen, he's being overly cautious. Dude,
I agree.
Being overly cautious, we suck. Just throw caution to the wind at this point. What's it going to hurt? I mean, you gave up 500 yards in offense to Cincinnati, gave Flacco a career game last week. Throw caution to the wind.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, Dennis. This is a Dennis Allen game. Dennis, you prove it this week, man. Scheme it up against the rookie. And, a guy like Nashawn Wright, okay, maybe you're holding some back because we're starting guys like Nashawn Wright or Sewell or something like that who are just career backups. But, hey, these guys have started how many games already this season? So, yeah, there's no excuses to not unleash the full wrath of your scheme on defense this week.
I mean, and Woody, last week, remember, I was calling out Ben Johnson, right? Hey, red zone efficiency, that's a coaching issue. You need to fix it. Well, he did 3 for 4 last week, red zone efficiency, right? So shouldn't that be the play? Shouldn't that be the play today defensively? Okay, Dennis Allen, you got to fix your defensive efficiency and coach it.
I think I don't know if the Chicago Bears personnel have the same defensive scheme. This Tampa 2 shit. When we took the lead last week in the 4th quarter again, and they just came down and scored that easy touchdown. It's zone defense, which I don't just go to man. If you're going to get beat, you're going to get beat, but you're going to get beat all the time with zone, which they did twice last week in this 4th quarter against Cincinnati. They got to play tight, man.
Yep.
Well, especially when you're not getting pressure, zone can work if you're getting pressure on the quarterback, so they can't exploit the soft spots. But if you're giving the quarterback enough time to call Mike the Bear fan, Bill the Packer fan, the Vikings fans up and say, "Hey, watch," so they can say, "Hey, watch this." What's the point? I mean, the zone doesn't work if you can't get, and we're not getting pressure.
Right. Yep. But that zone sucks, dude. I mean, if you're taking, and that was against Cincinnati, even though they have a high-powered offense even with Flacco. I mean, but if you're going up against a Philadelphia or Kansas City, and you're taking a lead in the 4th quarter, your defense better buckle down, man. You can't play this zone shit because we're going to get beat every time.
Well, let me ask this though, because Woody, you said something interesting. High-powered offense, even with Flacco not being Burrow. If Burrow was in that game last week, does that change the outcome of the score?
I'm sorry. I just saw Tyler Warren make a phenomenal catch. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was clutch. But
wow.
I don't. You know what, man? This is going to sound odd to most. I don't know if Joe Burrow really does anything more or better than Flacco did last week. Honestly,
I think Joe Burrow's a little bit more mobile. That's about it.
Absolutely.
So, Mike the Bear fan, do you have anything you want to chime in on that? Do you think if Burrow played last week, that changes the outcome of the game versus Flacco?
I believe so. I mean, I believe Burrow is a better quarterback. I'm not saying Flacco is bad, but I think it'd definitely he's got a better connection with his receivers. So I think it would be a different outcome of the game.
Because, the answer overall would have been like, well, no, it would have been similar, right? Because like the biggest difference, because I mean, Flacco hit whoever he wanted to hit yesterday. So I mean, passing game wise, I don't think it affected them. But like I think it was Broski and Woody. Hey, he's more mobile. If you think about this Bears team, with our shitty defense, beat one of the best scoring offenses in the NFL when they're healthy. And if you were saying last week they were healthy, that's a good sign for the Bears. And maybe the task this week, the defense will look a lot better because, well, what did the Giants have?
Oh, Angel. Sorry. What the
Besides
fuck?
Angel.
Good
Angel
God.
gets morning love there.
Wow. Jesus. Okay, we still have time? Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Jesus. It's just amazing what Flacco can do. He's not. Last week isn't the only game that he did this. I mean, usually he's what 40. He's at right at 40 years old, and he's no Brady or Aaron Rodgers. But holy shit, if they had a defense, Cincinnati, I think they'd be probably winning that division by now. But
so I mean, what's that thing for the Bears defense this week though? Meeting up with the Giants offense.
It really, to me, what it means is, I'm sorry, Woody, go ahead. You weren't finished. My bad.
I was just going to say, I mean, obviously Cincinnati has a lot better offense. Typically Giants only have, Will Robinson and Theo Johnson. He's coming out to be a great tight end. But they have actually planned plays for Jackson Dart for running. That's why I say, CJ is going to be a big play today. We're going up against a much worse offense, but compared to Giants and Bengals defense, aren't they neck and neck in rankings? I think Bengals are probably a little bit worse because of Giants' defensive line, and we got to worry about Burns and Thibodeau.
Yeah, a little bit worse, but not much. I mean, both defenses really haven't played that well this year. But yeah, I mean, what it tells me this week is there's no excuses for the Bears defense. Like, guys, get it done this week. Like, and although Burrow is more mobile, like Burrow's not running for yards or anything like that. Like, he's going to do everything he can not to scramble because of all the injuries he's had. He knows better. So I don't know if that really adds much over what Flacco could bring. Like, Flacco's so crafty and smart and still has an arm apparently. So damn. Just get it done this week, Bears defense. That's all I'm saying.
Look, this is the fifth game of that stretch that Woody and I talked about. We have to, if we win it today, we're 4-1 that stretch. We go to 6-3. We'll be looking good because if coming up after today, we got the Vikings and the Steelers, then the Eagles on Black Friday. Then we have like both us and the Packers have like that mini bye, and then we meet the Packers for game 1 of 2 in 3 weeks with the Browns in between. I mean, the schedule is kind of getting tough. But now when I look at it, it's not in a way like the Vikings. I don't think are as tough as we did before. The Steelers are such a question mark offensively, defensively, what they're going to show up. The Bears have to win today. The Bears have to win today, and the defense has to show up. I think the offense is finally clicking. And last week was the first time we saw the pass game and the run game both hit at high levels. And the irony there was. The Rome Odunze, 0 catches, 0 yards, which is a good thing in a weird way because the Bears put up the numbers they put up last week without Rome being productive. That's how good this offense can be. Like you can take Rome out, cool. We got other guys. You can take DJ out, cool. We got other guys. You can, we can go to the tight end. We can go to this running back. But like, look at the running game last week. Obviously, we know what Monangai did. But you look at even the passing game last week. I mean, Caleb had a good. Look at Caleb last week. This is the throwing touchdowns. He had 4 touchdowns total, but 20 for 34, 280 yards with 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, a QBR of 123.5. So the passing game was going well. The running game was going well. We were balanced. And good morning, Dan. The offense is finally. Last week they leveled out. So the question for today for me is, can the offense continue that being leveled out? And does the defense step up?
2 good questions right there. I'd like to hope so for the offense, but like I said, we'll see how Caleb does in the weather. To me, this is the first game we're really seeing him in some like snowy, cold weather. So we'll see how he plays.
Yeah, and we get a little bit of weather today. That's going to be interesting too. So, offensively, guys, do you see any problems for the Bears today? What are the problems for the Bears, or what do the Bears need to do? We know defensively, we've been talking about for about a half hour how they need to step up. The playbook needs to open up. What do we need to see offensively? Woody?
Well, they just said I was watching Fox in here in Chicago, Bears are 5-0 when scoring 25 more points a game. I thought it was be a little bit tighter game today, but I think it's going to be a running game. So it's going to be, Monangai and Swift. If we get those guys going, then, when we do the play action, it opens that up, and then we'll get some, easy catches, easy touchdowns. But I think it starts with this weather and stuff. I think it starts with the running game.
Yeah.
Dan, what about you?
I was going to say the same thing. I agree. The running game.
And Dan, it's good to hear you agree with me again. I love you, man. I love you, man.
Yeah, I was going to say it for you anyways. So.
Broski, how about you?
Yeah, I want to see the this week. So the potential of the talent is there on the Giants' defensive line. Let's make sure we pass protect, pass block this week. Let's give Caleb some clean pockets, and back to kind of what we were saying the last few weeks. It kind of got corrected last week. Let's see it 2 weeks in a row. Red zone efficiency.
I want to see everything you guys all said, but I want to add to that. I want to see the continuation of the tight end used in the passing game. And now with having having Colson, obviously, after the game he had last week, and getting Cole back, and we know Cole is a target that they can use. I want to see the ball go into those two. And look, does this mean maybe Rome has a one-catch game or no-catch game again? Yes, but you know what Rome also does really, really well is block. And him and DJ take a lot of pride in their blocking. And I think that's like the unsung thing with those guys. And if Rome has only one catch today, but Cole and the tight ends have 8, I think he's just as happy because he's probably part of the reason why they have they get some of that success with his blocking and other things. So I want to see us continue to use the tight ends because I want to keep defensive coordinators wondering where the hell Caleb is delivering the ball to. Which one of his 8, seemingly 8 targets, 5 targets, coming out of off the offensive line, coming off the line when the play starts, is he going to? Is it one of the 3 receivers? Is it a running back? Is it a tight end? Then I want to see some funky setups, and I want to see another. I love, my favorite play last week, guys, was Caleb to Tyson to Caleb. That was my favorite play last week.
I couldn't believe that one. That was nice.
Yeah, that was
I
cool.
want to see some variations of that play this week, like Tyson, Caleb to Tyson to Rome, or something. Like I want to see other variations of it. I want the creativity to continue for the Bears offense.
I hear that. Those are some great points you brought up.
I was going to say the Philly special, but since there's Philly in the special, then I don't want to do that.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to stay on the special right now, and special teams. Like we haven't really discussed that, but oh my God, this entire season and especially last week, guys, we can't do that. Like holy crap! Special teams coverage needs to improve big time.
We talked about it a little bit Wednesday. And let me go to the one piece that's the most controllable, and that's the place kicker. For as much as we love Cairo because he brought stability to a kicking game in Chicago that was in totally disarray, and fans seem to forget after the double doink, we were in kicker hell. It was like a kicker a week. We were bitching every week about the kicker, and then Cairo came and shut that down, and we've been solid ever since. Now, because he can't hit the 50-yarder or 50-plus, it's questionable. Here's the interesting thing. Moody, even after the games he played in Chicago and the success he had, is still on our practice squad and no one has tried to steal him. So that buys us another week. Last week, he missed 2, right? Not Moody, but Cairo missed 2. One he got lucky. We got a penalty, so it became a first down, and we ended up getting a touchdown of it. But he missed 2 last week. Let's not sugarcoat it. at what point does Moody come up? And we don't know what's going on at practice, but we know they're evaluating these two guys every day at practice. So I want to see that improve, the kicking game improve, and then Broski, to your point, the coverage game both ways, especially, I mean, obviously when we kick, but I want to see better protection when we receive as well. And
absolutely.
And Hightower, Bears X last week was, how does this guy have a job? And let's look at that. I mean, Hightower has been here now this is his third head coach, second GM in Chicago. He's the longest tenured Bear that has to do anything with this roster. He's longer tenured than any coach or player on this roster. Why is that? Because special teams coaches are so hard to come by.
Yeah. And in my opinion, he's gotten progressively worse each season. Like the special teams coverage, I think it's a huge, huge issue. And I'm glad they still have Jake Moody on the practice squad. I just double checked just to see. Yeah, he's still there. Thank goodness. And great point about Santos. Like the guy's been clutch. I actually said he was the team MVP the last 2 seasons. That was my little joke about him. But great seasons. I think it is time to move on. I think Moody's got the talent, always has. Just the mental and the accuracy. He looked pretty good kicking for the Bears. We'll see what Santos looks like today, but honestly, man, I would love to see them roll with Moody going forward. And after the season, Hightower's done. He's done.
Yeah, I think today won't help Santos if we're kicking field goals with the conditions are in. But obviously, the special teams coach can't control the kickers because that's just personnel. But yeah, I agree with the special team coverage. I mean, this should be, how can I put it? There's not many run back kickoff returns for touchdowns with this new kickoff rule. So the tackling, the gap should be a lot easier. But the way the Bears do with the special coverage, you can't be starting at the opposing team can't be starting at their own 45 each time, 40 each time. You got to be getting down to like the 25 or 30, but you're giving a team a chance every time they're starting at the 40, 45 yard line.
And Travis Homer, the guy who we keep saying needs to be gone, Cam, fair point. And I'll get to that in a second. But I mean, Travis Homer's the one laying down the wood on these kickoffs. Like he's the one who's hitting people.
Yeah.
I mean, look, at Hightower can only work with what he's given from the offense and defense, right? He doesn't get to choose the coverage teams and that per se, because he's restricted to, you can have this guy, this guy, this guy. But they got to do better with it. And some of it's personnel. That's what makes that coaching job so hard. It's like, all right, Woody, I'm going to give you my fourth string running back. I'm going to give you one of my wide receivers because it's for speed. I'm going to give you Durham Smythe because he's my third tight end. And I'll give you Ryan Bates, and I'll give you Luke Newman, and I'll give you Jonathan Ford and Daniel Hardy, and I mean, Nick McLeod, you can have him. You can't have any of my starters. I think the Bears might be one of the few teams that doesn't let any of their starters really partake in special teams. So maybe that needs to change.
Personnel.
Yeah.
I mean, Cam, we were talking about this on Wednesday. I don't want to put like a start and running back like they used to do Khalil Herbert back there. Right. I wouldn't want to put a starter back there.
I'm talking in the coverage teams, like not in the returning. I mean, I'm fine with. Yeah. I think we're all fine with Duvernay returning for the most part. It's just like the coverage is what sucks. And it's like we need to start getting better guys.
To me, that's 120% coaching. I really feel that. So maybe I'm wrong, but I do think it boils down to that.
And going to Cam's argument here, that's what my buddies, my 49er friends have said. But isn't that any kicker? And isn't that part of his learning? The guy's only been in the league for 4 years. It'll be interesting to see what happens with Jake Moody and the Bears. But I mean, look at the fact that we can keep him on the practice squad right now, or that he's still there, is also kind of telling that we haven't just released him. Well, it's telling in 2 ways. 1, that no one's tried to pick him up, and 2, that we still retained him. Because, like, okay, Santos is back. Why haven't we let this guy go?
Hey, let's not forget he was a 3rd-round draft pick by the 49ers.
Yeah.
And he hit 8 out of 9 field goals for us this year.
And the one he missed was protection breakdown, right?
Yeah. I liked what I saw out of this guy from kickoffs to field goals. Like, Bears need to think twice about that one. They really need to consider just making him the starting kicker.
And then me and Ken were talking about with the kickers and stuff. You know, keep Santos from 40 and below, and then put Moody in for 45 and above. And then you gotta let another player go, put down the practice squad. But I don't want to do that.
Well, guys, here's something rare. I have a picture of the Devin Hester auto that someone can win if they get the correction. The score correct. Are you ready? There it is.
In the Super Bowl yet? Oh my God!
That is the prize if you can get the score prediction. Nope. Well, not well. No one won last week, so now it's if you get the score right, first person predicts the score of the Bears Giants game gets a Devin Hester auto.
I got this. Sorry, has Woody's name on it.
In order to be in on this, you have to either go to Mike the Bear Fan or Chicago Bears News. The post is there, and put your score in the comment section there. If you're on X or Rumble or YouTube, you can't do it from there. You have to go to the Facebook page, which is Mike the Bear Fan or Chicago Bear News. Let's get into some scores real quick. We got about 14 minutes or so. Dan, I'll start with you. Seeing as how you picked against the Bears last week, we're going to start with Benedict Bear Fan Dan Arnold. Love you, brother.
Dano.
But, what's your prediction this week? And you better not be taking the Giants.
Heck no. Bears 31-13.
There we go. He saw the lights, fellas. Look there's a ray of light in his head. You can hear the angels singing in the background. Everything is right in Dan's world again.
I could just see the glare. That's the light.
Woody, you got to see this catch Tyler Warren just made. Holy crap.
Yeah.
So, Broski, what do you think the score is today? What's your prediction?
Dude, that's why I was like, when Dan said it, because that's the same point total for the Bears I was going to say. I'm saying Bears 31, Giants 24.
Okay, Woody?
Well, we're expected to win today, but I think it's going to be a tight game for some reason. I have it in my head. So I'm gonna still pick the Bears, but I'm going to go 24-21.
I'm going to go 28-17 Bears. I think it's a 2-score win for the Bears today. If it has to be a heavy run game, that I think favors us a little bit in terms that we have a better running back core. Across the board, we have more weapons to run it. Because we can run with DJ, we can run with Swift, we can mask runs, we can do quarterback runs. They've got a decent running back who's filling in for Scadaboo and their quarterback. And after that, they don't have any receivers to do end rounds with, really, like we do. So I think the advantage goes to the Bears a little bit there. So I make it a 2-score game. You can put your prediction in the comments, and also, of course, put it on those 2 Facebook pages on Mike the Bear Fan and Chicago Bears News so that you can win you the signed. And I'll throw it up one more time. Devin Hester 8x10. That's a pretty nice looking photo from the Super Bowl, of course. And that has it looks like a Beckett COA on it. So Mike always gets. Yep. So we've been trying to give it away all season. I missed it by 1 point. 1 freaking point. And I probably would have donated it to someone because I've already got a Hester helmet. So
I thank you for donating it to me, Ken. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it'd be a housewarming gift for the new home. There we go.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I mean, get those predictions up. This game can go a couple weird ways. If the defense steps up today and we get out of Gardner Johnson kind of what we get out of Spidey, this could be a blowout game for the Bears.
I'm gonna watch this downstairs
with this offense. Oh, look at Cam is gonna. He's a one-upper, guys. He's gonna one-up me. He's going.
People like that 31 for the Bears today. That's for sure. Ken, you said you stream on Rumble as well?
Yep. Yeah, we're streaming on Rumble now too.
What's it under? Is it under the huddle or?
It's under Ken the Bear fan. This is an experiment. I'm seeing how Rumble works for us.
I don't know if you guys heard that, but Paul Tagliabue came out that he passed away this morning.
Oh, did he?
Huh?
I did
Paul
not know that.
Tagliabue, he passed away this morning.
Yep. Broke about 15 minutes ago. He was 84. His complications from Parkinson's disease.
Wow.
All right. Just gave us a like on Rumble.
Oh,
I like
there you
Rumble.
go. Yeah, definitely give a follow and a like on Rumble. We're seeing how that works. In fact, I've got here. I just put it. I just sent myself a comment from there. That's from Rumble. Rumble comes through better than X. And thank you again to the Miles who reposted the stream on X for us today. But we've noticed with StreamYard is X isn't the interface for comments, but Rumble seems to work just fine. So you're trying Rumble out. So JB shows are on the Rumble, and the morning shows on Rumble, House on Rumble. We do put a couple shows on Rumble right now. Just testing it out. There we go. Shout out Broski.
That your doctor might.
There you go. Had to drop a comment.
You're about to get a follow on Rumble too. If you'll let me click on you. There we go. There you go. You got to follow. Look at that.
Love some Rumble.
Yeah. Rumble's interesting because it's a lot of video gamers on Rumble. So but yeah, we're I'm messing with it. We're seeing what we can get there. So yeah, you can catch us there for the shows normally, but we still do there we go. We still do a lot of mostly on Facebook is where you can do your score predictions and everything else. And of course, X. Thank you everyone X who's watching, YouTube, Facebook. We got our start on Facebook, so now we're branching through. So but yeah, Rumble is we've been doing it for 2 weeks now. So experimentation there. All right, we're about 8 minutes out, guys. Any final thoughts on the game, Broski?
Final thoughts on the game, like we touched on earlier. Dennis Allen, I think this one's on you, buddy. You're playing a rookie quarterback. They're a little depleted on offense. Let's get some 3-and-outs today. Let's shut this offense down. And then honestly, man, special teams, clean it up, guys. Clean it up.
Yep.
Woody?
Well, it's Veterans Day on Fox NFL. So hats off to our people that have served. Yeah, our running game's is going to be our bread and butter today. It's going to be they said they're all going to split time between Swift and Monangai. So we're going to have some big runs today. And Caleb, I know you're listening, probably on the sidelines right now or in the locker room. Getting another consistent game today. We like the way you spread the ball around last week. Even though Roman Dunes, they didn't have a catch at all. Just be consistent. And again, like I said before, special teams coverage. This could be a big. We don't want the field position game today. Going towards the Giants and yeah. So let's be consistent today and let's pull out this win. The only thing I'm afraid of is, like I did mention on Wednesday, it's a trap game because we're playing Minnesota next week. Don't look ahead. Look at this game and go out and win it.
Yeah, I guess let me start off by saying happy birthday tomorrow to the Marines out there. Tomorrow's their birthday. You ask a Marine when their birthday is, they all say November 10th. So happy birthday to the Marine Corps tomorrow.
Hoorah!
Yep, and then to all my battles and everyone who's to serve. Happy have a good Veterans Day. Tuesday, God, the free meals are still out there, believe it or not, at different places. So go enjoy those if you choose to. I don't think I've done that in quite a while. I kind of stay home for Vets Day now. And most of the, it's sad. A lot of parades and that are canceled, even though it's the Veterans Weekend. I don't think we're going to see the flyover today because of the budget issues and whatnot. So it's going to be a little bit different of salute to service than we normally get. But for the game today, I agree. I think, field position is key. we got to stop giving them these shorter fields on kick returns. And because Torrey Taylor's been killing the punt wise, but then his net hasn't been great because the coverage has been terrible. So, Hightower, let's tighten that up today. Dennis Allen, unleash the playbook, man. Just unleash it. Like, stop worrying about my personnel. Dude, your personnel gave up 40 points plus last week. Go for broke, man. I mean, this is a game we have to win. We have to win this game if we want to have it in a strong position for the playoffs.
Yeah, and shout out to you, Ken the Bear fan, and thank you for your service.
No, thank you. No, I enjoyed it. It's what allows me to do. It made that career made possible what I'm able to do today. There we go. That's what I'm trying to say. If you would have asked me, that's why I was on a space last night on X, and if you would ask me in high school, are you going to join the Army? You would have gotten middle fingers in tandem, right? And then I went to college and ended up going into the Illinois Army National Guard to pay for school because back then they paid 100% tuition. And then it became, wow, the job market sucks. I got tired of college, went active duty, came back off active duty, went back to college, and then I was about ready to graduate, and the market sucks. So I went to the AGR program and finished out on active duty. So it ended up being a career, something I did 2 years after high school just to pay for college, ended up being my career. So because of it, I can do what I do today. I retired 6 years ago, and I don't have to work, and that's because
I should have. So, I should have stayed in too.
Yeah, Woody, of course. Yeah. Sometimes I forget that you were did a term.
Yeah.
So thank you, brother.
Thank you too. Yep.
It's not just us lifers. And good news for Bears fans. We get Greg Olson calling the game today. So that tells you Fox Sports is putting, Greg Olson's that's the number 2 team. So we're starting to get better play calls. So we're not going to get any more Adam Archulettas out there.
Come on, Caleb. You know how to put your strap on your helmet. Jesus Christ. It's over his mouth. My God.
Well, shout out Woody as well, man. Thank you for your service as well, man.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
So Cam, you too, brother. Cam served, so thank you, Cam. Any other veterans out there, thank you. It wasn't the easy job, but you raised the right hand and swore the oath to defend. So we paid tribute to them in the NFL today. The only thing I don't like about the NFL salute to service is that the military pays for it.
Oh God, really? That's half-assed. Yeah, that's half-assed.
And then they always have something for us vets to buy. How about they start giving us vets some stuff? That's all I gotta say about that.
Get me started on that. I keep my political channels on Rumble, and I keep everything else on YouTube. And Ken, we probably should link up on some of these chats on Rumble. We probably have some good discussions.
Yeah. I do my political talking on X because but we could do that. So guys, we got about 2 minutes left. Enjoy today's game. Don't forget, Woody and I will be back Wednesday night. Maybe we'll get a broski on Wednesday night. We can always cross our fingers and hope. Maybe we'll get a mic or two. And then, of course, Monday through Friday, we got the morning show, Ken and Ken in the morning. We'll get some reaction tomorrow morning on that show from all this weekend's games. And we'll probably be talking about that Packers showdown with the Sheagles this week as well, because they're Monday night, correct? Yeah. So we'll be looking at that tomorrow on Ken and Ken. But enjoy the winter weather that's starting to come in Chicago. It's funny because none of us on this panel are in Chicago. It is a chilly. God, I know it's cold here right now. Oh yeah, it's only 75. It's chilly.
Dude, that's what I told the crew on the show before, man. It's 75 and sunny in Charlotte today. It's beautiful out.
Yeah. So enjoy you some football weather, guys. Enjoy the games. Don't forget to get those predictions in. You can get the predictions in until the end of the first quarter, I believe, is going to be the cutoff. We'll see you again Wednesday. Enjoy football, everyone. Thank you, and have a great Veterans Day. Bear down.